Alright, now we are going to do the second experiment in M2L2 Activity 2 Home Experiments, the heavy paper. So we've got a ruler, it's about 2/3 on the table, 1/3 off the table, and a large sheet of paper, which we are going to place over the section on the table. Now I'm going to bring my hand down and hit the overhanging part and see how far up I can push the paper. Alright, well, there that was results. It didn't fly into the air though, like it was carried and was pushed over that way, but it didn't fly upwards. So now we're going to, I scared my dog, I feel bad now. Now we are going to see what happens when I change the size of the paper. So I'm going to cut this off, make it about 2/7 smaller to start off with. I'm going to put the ruler back, put the paper back, then take the 2. Similar result, but it did end up a bit higher. It went up that way rather than that way. So we're going to try making it even smaller. Cutting off about 2/5 of it now, it appears. Let's place this here. Take 3. Now that actually flew. It got up into the air right around here. So it appears that I am successfully making it fly. Now we're going to cut it in half. Just a few more cuts to see how far I can go with this. Take 4. That 2 flew into the air. Try one last time. And once again, cut in half. And okay. I feel like at that point, the paper was just so small that it was kind of impractical to try and flip it into the air. Anyway, aside from that last attempt, it became clear that as the area of the paper got smaller, as I cut it into smaller and smaller pieces, it became easier to send it flying into the air. In fact, it did go higher. And now, from this, we can but as I mentioned earlier, pressure, one of the equations for pressure is that it's force over surface area. So as the surface area gets smaller, the pressure being exerted by the air on the paper gets smaller as well. Because it's the same quantity of force. There's the same amount of mass times acceleration due to gravity, but the area is getting smaller. So the pressure, in turn, is also getting smaller. And therefore, it's the air directly above this piece of paper isn't weighing down on it as much anymore. And some force from me and the ruler is able to send it farther up than it normally would. That is the conclusion of this experiment.